Hey dudes, welcome to the Mr.Chaos TV channel where we have a lot of tips and even more chaos. Grab a seat, a drink, some popcorn, and some snacks. Or just subscribe because unlike popcorn and drinks, it's free. So if you could take 7.5 seconds out of your day to drop a subscription, it would mean so much to me and I really appreciate it. Now on to the video. If you don't like doing glitches or making trades with other players to get your caps, by the way, if you do want to start doing that, check out my other videos, then you might find it a little difficult to make caps out here in the Wasteland. But do not worry, I'm here to help you guys out. Now, these tips get better as we go on, so if you're a higher level and most likely know about most of these, stay tuned. So let's get into this. If you played Fallout 3, I'm sure you know how valuable drinkable water is. And this is true for any post-apocalyptic world, especially Fallout 76. Now, as you all know, vendors share a pool of 1,400 caps, and this replenishes about every 20 hours or so. So, you can just straight make them broke every 20 hours. All you need is the Industrial Water Purifier plan. Then find a water source to put your camp next to, and then bingo! Place as many of these purifiers down as you possibly can. So, let's say in one harvest, you stock up on, let's say, 50 waters or so, which is a normal amount, especially considering that you're probably going to have a ton of these purifiers placed at your camp. And if you have high enough charisma and all the right perks, you can sell these waters, let's say for 4 caps each, or maybe even 5 if your charisma is high enough. That's already around 200 caps, and these purifiers fill up pretty fast. It's insane. You'll easily hit that 1,400 marker. Now, if you don't have the plan yet, you can easily find the plan in Camp McClintock in the Overseer's Cache. Now, the second tip is going to be events. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I know that most of you know this is a pretty obvious tip, but I'm just going to show you guys which ones are the best in my opinion. Before I start, if I miss any really good events, please comment another good one so that everyone can scroll into the comments really quickly and learn about other good events. Thanks for commenting. Now, here's a list of my top 3 events. Obviously, number 1 is going to be Uranium Fever. Uranium Fever has a ton of junk, weapons, and a ton of armor, and you can sell it all. I can easily take 1,400 from any vendor I want in just one round of Uranium Fever. Number 2, Line in the Sand. This one, while not as good as Uranium Fever, is still pretty amazing. It spawns a ton of Scorched over and over again, and you can get a ton of weapons to sell. Number 3 is going to be Scorched Earth. Dude, if you're low level, grab a hazmat suit, head over to that nuke, and just start getting shots on everything you can. Not only will you get a ton of weapons from the ever spawning Scorched, but you can sell the flux at the end of the event from the Scorched Beast Queen for tons of money. Number 3. Now, this one isn't really a tip to get a ton of stuff, but it's something that you're going to be doing if you already have that stuff and you just want to be selling. And this is boosting your charisma as much as possible. Not only will you be able to sell things for much more, you can also buy stuff for much less. And this is super important if you're trying to get as many caps as possible. And remember, as the old saying goes, the more caps you have, the cooler you are. That is real. Do not search a dub. Next tip. Tip number 4 is going to be know your locations. There are tons of locations that are specific for getting XP, and others that are very specific for getting as many weapons as your legs can carry, which is, actually technically infinite as long as you walk everywhere. But still, now I have a video comparing these places and sharing which ones are the best, so be sure to check that out. But here's a quick list of the places that you should check out to get as many weapons as possible. 1. West Tech. 2. Mount Blair. 3. Lucky Hole Mine. 4. Newgad. 5. Welch. If I missed any of these, please comment or just comment your favorite areas out of the ones that I've already said. Also, I'll say this one time, okay guys, listen up. Mole miners are the number 1 enemy to get things to sell, okay? This is a very important tip. It is absolutely insane how much mole miners drop. So definitely run around the ash heap because even if they aren't high levels, they're still going to drop a ton of items. Number 5, the very last tip I have for you guys. do undetected exploits and cap grabbing methods. These are super helpful to make caps, and if you want some of these methods, check out my channel. However, if you don't want to exploit the game, then props to you, man, for playing the game legit. And that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel to support me. See ya!